Oh, what is this stuff? I'm getting sort of dizzy.
Face front, true believers, and newcomers alike. Once again, we find our hero, Spider-Man, in a new movie and a heap of trouble. Hopefully, this one won't be a steaming heap like some of his previous adventures on the big screen. Nuff said. This is a little Spider game history and review of the time Spider-Man has fought the Vulture in the digital world of retro games. This journey is not for the faint of heart, nor the haters of a cheesy plot. No, this story is for those who want to get inside the mind of Spider-Man and the Vulture as they set out to square off in the ultimate battle between Bird and Arachnid. So strap on your mechanical web shooters, load up on spider tracers, and get ready to piss off J. Jonah Jameson. Because as the Uncle Ben's rice box says, with great power comes great responsibility. We begin our story in 1982 on the Atari 2600. The first official Spider-Man video game. See that red and blue blotch of pixels? That's you as Spider-Man, shooting a web line out of the top of your head. In fact, your web is the only way to move around in this game. You either shoot a web, swing, or fall. That's it. Why can't Spider-Man climb walls? Isn't that one of his main powers that make him Spider-Man? That's like having a Superman game where Supes can only use his heat vision, or is made to endlessly fly through rings or something. Like that'll ever happen. Anyway, the object of this game is to capture the bad guys. Yeah, for some reason this building is chock full of criminals who stick their heads out the window hoping Spider-Man will capture them. For them, it's probably a cool story to tell your fellow inmates once you go to jail. The other object of the game is to collect the bombs Green Goblin drops on your way to reaching the top of the building. This game originally had no background music, so let's turn it off for a second and you can hear the sweet sounds that the developers had in mind. Is that a musical sound or a glitch? Actually, I think it's supposed to be the motor sounds of the Green Goblin glider. Oh, and don't even think about trying to get your web to stick to a window. You'll drop to your death with a thud. I guess while designing the web fluid, Peter didn't think sticking to glass would be that important. Here's an oddball appearance that was just too interesting to leave out of this review. The Revenge of Shinobi, also known as Shinobi 2: The Revenge, where Spider-Man is the villain? That's right. He shoots a triplet of webs at you from above. Screw this. Time to take him out with some ninja magic. Yeah! Okay. He morphs into Batman? A flying, literal Batman. More ninja magic. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can take this one down with a regular attack now. Now a pink Batman? Apparently, Sega did all of this without the permission of Marvel or DC Comics, so neither company was too thrilled about their characters appearing here. But when I played this as a kid, I thought it was one of the coolest bosses ever. Sega was always taking risks to appear awesome, and sometimes being the coolest is worth the lawsuit. The Amazing Spider-Man versus the Kingpin for Sega CD. Okay, here's the area on the map indicating where the Vulture is hanging out, and... did he just wink at me? Are you hitting on me, Adrian? I'm flattered, but Mary Jane would never go for it. It turns out rejection really ticks him off, so he flies at you while trying to punch you in the spider sack. He is easy to beat once you figure out you can just duck and wait for him to attack and bash in his skull. Being on the Sega CD, the music is actually pretty rockin', in that late 80s kind of way. If either of these guys had hair, it would be teased up with a gallon of hairspray and huge. They're already both wearing tights. Just add some guitars and drums to the mix and you'll have yourself a glam rock band. Hell, I bet the Vulture can sing like a banshee too. Boom! With the Vulture defeated, we jump to a cutscene where he gets away, and suddenly, Mysterio is ejaculating a joystick? I don't know what he's really doing with it, but my spidey sense is tingling, and I'm guessing Mysterio's is tingling as well.
You to be my first customer. I'll be the one doing the squashing. Let the fun begin.
Spider-Man: Return of the Sinister Six for the NES and Sega Master System. While I like the Sega Master System's graphics better, the NES at least took time to draw an actual scene and not just two portraits, as you can see here. So Vulture flies around dropping bombs until he gets tired and swoops down behind Spider-Man to give him a swift kick in the ass. Just turn around and kick him back in the crotch. Eventually you'll win. NES Spidey can only jump and kick. In the Master System version, the color has returned to the Vulture's face, and he isn't a pale green anymore. He still drops bombs, but you have the advantage of blasting him with your webbing. Then he goes down like a turd in a toilet. Spider-Man 2: The Sinister Six for the Game Boy Color. This takes place at the top of the Twin Towers, as the Vulture bombs you with neck turds. He's kind of an idiot in this game, as there's always a place to run and avoid the bombs, and then he lands in just the right place for you to smack the feathers off the old man's face. Spider-Man the Movie for the Game Boy Advance. This Vulture is barely a threat. His attacks are to dive bomb you and laugh. Real funny, dude. He also does this weird thing where he grabs you and pulls you into the air. I'm not sure what purpose this serves other than to be annoying. Come to think of it, being an annoyance is pretty much what the Vulture does in every game. I'm surprised he doesn't drop a load of crap on your head like a real bird does. Well, that just about wraps up all the Vulture appearances in retro games, though he does appear occasionally in the PS2 era and beyond. What are your thoughts on the Vulture? Did I miss any appearances he made? Let me know in the comments, and until next time, Excelsior! Yeah, that was kind of lame, huh? Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
What a ride. Are we at Coney Island yet? And how did I get here?